Ingredients for Khandavi. So I have half a cup of besan flour, and then I have one chili, one small piece of ginger, and crushed garlic, but you can have the whole garlic, it's fine. Half a spoon of haldi, half a spoon of red chili, and then I have half a cup of yogurt here, and then half a cup of grated coconut, half a cup of um, finely cut cilantro, and then I have the hing, for flavor. What I actually do is very interesting. What I do is accept the coconut and the cilantro. I basically put everything in the mixer. So let's start that. I'm putting half a cup of besan flour inside the mixer, and now I am going to add the yogurt into the mixer. So half a cup of yogurt, and then I am going to add half a spoon of haldi and chili into the mixer. Then I am adding one chili, a little bit of ginger and garlic. You can have fresh garlic, this is minced garlic. I'm putting that in. Then I am going to add some salt, salt to taste, but I think I'm going to put this is a small spoon. I'm going to put 2 spoons of salt into this mixture. And then my pulav masala, I like it very much in whatever I made out of besan. I will write down the pulav masala basically recipe underneath this video, and so I put one small pinch of pulav masala, and then we are going to add a little bit of hing in it. Pinch of hing, and then we are actually going to add 2.5 cups of water. So basically I am taking the measurement of half a cup of besan, so I put half cup of yogurt, and then I am going to add basically 2.5 cups, means 1 cup of water. So basically we are taking 3 cups of liquid, including yogurt and 1 cup of water. After this I'm going to just mix it in the mixer, and then we will basically cook it on the stove. Some people also put it in the pressure cooker, but I think it's just fine. It doesn't take that long to cook. So let's mix it. I'm not going to show you mixing part because it makes a lot of sound. So just mix this mixture into the mixer, making sure everything is finely grinded and becomes a paste. To the pressure cooker, 1.5 cups of water, and then put it on high heat, and then put your Khandavi mixture that we have prepared in the mixer inside your pressure cooker, and then close the pressure cooker and put the lid on the pressure cooker, so that the Khandavi is basically going to cook in the pressure cooker. So I'm going to put the lid on, and then we will put it on the medium heat once the pressure comes, and wait for 5 whistles. After 4 to 5 whistles, you turn the pressure cooker off, and then wait for the pressure cooker to cool down and all the steam basically settles down. That's when your mixture is ready. I am preparing the Khandavi tray. So the tray, just put oil on the inside of the tray, and then put oil on the outside of the tray. So I'm just going to put first inside the tray the oil. My pressure cooker is going. As I told you, I have to get 5 whistles, and then I'm going to also put little bit of oil on the outside of the tray. I don't know whether I will need this side or not, but just in case if I need, so very light basically spread I have done. And then I am basically, these trays are ready to be pouring khandvi. If you want, you can use the stainless steel thal also that you have at home. This is the baking sheet kind of a tray I'm using. So I have taken the dough out of pressure cooker after 4-5 whistles, and then I'm using this kind of a basically beater to basically make sure that there will be no gutlis, no lumps in this batter. I'm just going to use a napkin, or actually this is better so my hands don't get burnt and I have a good grip. You can use a napkin or something to hold it in your hand. So I'm making sure that the lumps are all gone and it becomes really smooth. Now this one, while it is hot, we have to take it out in this tray that is already oiled. And this one I'm going to put it back in pressure cooker and put back some lid so it stays warm. And see, the amount of batter I have taken out is not that much because you want to make them thin. So I'm going to use this to spread the batter. You can use a kalchi, whatever works for you. Some people also, after a while, they will use hands to do it. So whatever works for you, you can use. And basically, we have to spread this dough onto this pan evenly. See, this is also not working because the pan is deep. And now the actually batter is not that cold, warm, sorry. So I'm going to just use my hands, and I'm taking a mixture of water and oil in a bowl, and I'm going to use my hands to spread this dough. I have realized that there is nothing better than your hands, and if you can do it with hands, then you can do it evenly, nicely, and basically spread it evenly in this tray. When it gets very cold, then it will not spread anymore. So try to do it quickly and try to do it all over the tray, and basically finish it as soon as possible. There's some gutlis left. I'm just going to take them out of my tray. I'm trying to make it even so my khandvi will be really thin, nice and even, and not like thick. So this is the skill that when you make few times, you will learn and get it done properly. Now I'm going to use the other side. We have oiled it, and then I'm going to take the remaining of the dough from the pressure cooker, and then I'm going to put it on the other side of the tray. As you can see, I had taken only half a cup of dough. With that, I can fill up the whole tray and maybe a little more, I don't know. So let's put this again in the pressure cooker so that it will remain warm. I am using this mixture of water and oil, and I have actually initially you can spread it with your kalchi or large spoon or whatever, because it is hot and I cannot really touch it. Once you start spreading it, at some point it gets really cold so that you can touch it. So initially spread it with something and then use your hands to spread it. I think it's more dough than I need. Then I can take some out and put it back in my pressure cooker, because I think I can make more than this one tray. Now it is cold enough, so I am using my hands to spread it evenly, and if I find any gutli in it, I can take it out. So start from one end to thin it and go up to other end. Easier on the back side because it does not have edges, so I think it's a little bit difficult on the other side to spread it evenly. This side is really easy to spread since it has no edges, and I can go up to the end. Once it gets very cold, then you really cannot spread it. So, spread it faster and then you are basically done. Now wait for 5 minutes and then you can cut it horizontally or like this also. I think it will make a lot of khandavis in half a cup of dough. Now take a knife and just cut the dough into kind of equal parts, going straight down, whatever the size of khandavi you want. First finish this side and then go on the other side. I like to put the coriander, actually the oil first, little bit of oil so that the whole masala will stick to your khandavi, and also it tastes better when it is kind of a little bit oil inside and outside. And then I add a little bit of coriander on top. You will do this from outside too, but when you do it inside, I think the these khandavi tastes really good. And then you add a little bit of also grated coconut, fresh, onto it. And then as it cools down, you can start rolling the vadis. It's difficult to start first, but once it comes in your hand, just don't let it go and roll it like a bedding. See, it's very easy to roll once it gets going. If it breaks in between, again you can pick it up and roll on the top, because it does get sometimes broken and you can fix it, or let it go and start the next one. use water if it is sticking too much. Use water to take it out at the beginning. Pretty cool, huh? And see how thin they are. They have become really thin and nice. I'm very happy about the consistency and how shiny they have become. So like this, you roll all of them out, and then we will add the garnish and put the remaining tadka on the top in the next segment. Then I put the rolls in the serving dish and garnished it with fresh coconut, cilantro, and also the tadka or the hot oil we made. I put that on top of it, and it is now ready to eat.